Hello.
Raise them up if you
How
How's
is
your day?
everybody? I am so excited tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited everyone's here. I'd like to make one promise to you. By the end of the next 30 to 40 minutes, you won't think of AOScan anymore as just software. Deal? You will think of it.
Is she
Oh.
muted? I can't hear
She
her.
muted me.
Sorry, I did
What
that.
did you hear? What was the last thing you heard?
What you want everybody to do tonight to make one promise.
Okay. I'm going to make one promise. By the end of the next 30 to 40 minutes, you will no longer think of AOScan as software anymore. You'll think of it as your own personal wellness center. So I've had a lot of fun putting this together. My name's Nadya Lutz, and I got into this whole business of healing in 1997. I had neuro-Lyme. And it was so bad that I was putting the keys in the refrigerator. No doctors could figure it out. They actually said it didn't even exist. So I went back to school, became a naturopath, homeopathy, got into frequency, all sorts of stuff. And I started getting better. I was using this Rife machine that literally it took 2 hours for one session, and it would just give you information. And it was DOS based for all of you who are old enough to even know what that is. It's basically you needed to know code. It wasn't as bad as when I first had computers where you had to do those cards. Oh gosh, that was horrible. But anyway, you'd lay on the couch for 2 hours holding these rods and you couldn't move. So approximately 6 years ago when AO came out, I actually dove right in when I heard we would be able to get all this information and everything within minutes. So I actually signed up before I even had a scan. So if you are new to the AO software today, can you drop in the chats what your reasons were? Why did you decide to spend your valuable time with us tonight? I'd really like to know. So what is AO Scan? Imagine walking into a beautiful wellness center where your entire team of specialists is dedicated just to supporting you. Now, imagine the entire wellness center fits in the palm of your hand. Welcome to AO Scan. I will be your tour guide tonight. Our first stop is inner voice. So let me switch over to my screen over here so you can see it. Inner voice is right here. Oops, might have to log in again. Inner voice, I want you to start thinking of as your emotional wellness coach. It's the very first person you meet in our wellness center. And it doesn't ask anything about diet or exercise. It asks, how are you really? The way inner voice works is it takes 10 seconds of your voice. You press one button up here, and you receive a personalized listening experience that targets your emotions and organs. Sometimes the most important question you can actually ask when you get up is, how am I doing today? So sometimes awareness is that first step towards positive change. So think of inner voice as your trusted friend who notices the difference between when you say, I'm fine, and you actually aren't. You actually aren't fine. Inner voice is going to find those emotions that may be hidden away and tucked away. And through listening to the harmonics here, these 4 MP3 songs, it'll start to uncover these emotions and magic will happen. Vanessa, I think I saw you in the room. If you wouldn't mind unmuting, Vanessa has an amazing testimony.
So hello, everyone. I am Vanessa Harness, and I have been with Solex for about 2.5 well, 2 years. And so when I was first introduced to Solex by a really dear friend, she knew I was really sick. I'm diabetic and my blood sugars were 600 and my A1C was 14.4. So if you know anything about diabetes, I was a very, very sick girl. And what made this terrible is because my husband and I were very active, but now this got in the way of that. So we could no longer travel. We are very active in our volunteer work, and I couldn't do that either. So when I started with Solex, like Nadia mentioned, I started really keeping it simple with inner voice. So it was important that I would run my inner voice every day. And I would actually listen to my balancing harmonics several times a day. And this helped me to calm and support my nervous system. So my body had the opportunity to do what it was actually designed to do, right? And so, as my health improved, I start really becoming fascinated with this technology, so much so that I enrolled in Susan or Solex University School for Naturopathy. And in the course of all of this, I'm no longer on any medications when I had a bag full of them. My husband and I are back to doing what we love most. We travel recently, coming back from Sri Lanka and Dubai. We're back very active in our volunteer work. And so, really, I think for those who might be a little hesitant about this technology, you see all these buttons and you might think, oh, this is too much. Just keep it simple. And so AO scan, although it's not a diagnostic tool, it is an educational wellness device that really, like Nadia mentioned, goes beyond the surface and it tells us where our body needs a little help before it becomes this huge molehill. And so if you're considering AO scan, I have one piece of advice, and that is when you invest in yourself, and I mean truly invest in yourself, you will never regret it. Everyone around you will benefit. They will love you for it.
Thank you, Vanessa. That is so true. We get to invest in ourselves. Okay, we are going to continue on our wellness spa tour. Next, you're going to meet just consider Vitals as your wellness concierge. This coach says, let's see how you're doing internally today. What is Vitals? It's like an internal wellness snapshot, and it reviews hundreds of wellness indicators in just about 3 minutes. Your coach reviews things like food sensitivities, blood, chakras, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, hormones, nervous system, meridians, and so much more. Once your snapshot is complete, by pressing that first button, you tap one more button at the bottom, and it encourages a greater sense of balance and harmony throughout your wellness experience. And it all happens in 3 minutes. So why do we need this? Why does it matter? Rather than waiting until something feels wrong, Vitals helps you build a habit of checking in with your wellness every day. It's being proactive about your health. Think of Vitals as your wellness concierge. As you arrive, they greet you and they say, okay, before we begin, let's do a quick check-in and see what areas deserve a little extra attention today. All right, let's take a broader, deeper look. That is comprehensive. Let's think of comprehensive as your VIP wellness suite. There are more than 130 areas that come together into one personalized overview. Then with one tap at the top, you begin a personalized support session, and it's focused on the areas that you've selected or the software has selected, either one. And the second tap down at the bottom, it encourages that same balance and harmony. So why do we do this one? A great wellness assessment doesn't just help you understand where to focus. It also gives you the opportunity to immediately begin supporting those areas. So comprehensive doesn't just help you see the bigger picture and dive in. It helps you take the next step. All right, where are we going next on our wellness journey? We are diving into the body systems. I want you to think of this as your integrative health specialist. As you continue through this wellness center, you'll meet a specialist who doesn't focus on just one body part. Instead, it's going to look at all the systems and say, how is your whole body working together? What exactly is it? It provides that big picture of your wellness, such as nervous system, digestive, connective tissue, endocrine. You can see all of them here. Chromosomes, hormones, even chemistry, blood chemistry. How it works? Your integrative health specialist reviews each system and helps identify areas that may benefit from additional attention. And it allows you to see how different systems may influence one another. So why does it matter? Your body was designed to work as one connected team. If one system is under excess stress, it can influence all the others. So body systems help you understand those connections so you can make more informed wellness choices. And probably more importantly, it calls together the whole team, all the systems in a team meeting. And it helps with the communication between the teams, and it gets rid of the noise. When you support your body as a whole, everything works together more harmoniously, helping you move through your wellness journey with lots of balance and ease. All right, now it's time for one of my favorites, Sefi. I want you to consider this as your own private luxury wellness spa. This whole area is your wellness spa. You step inside and every door opens to a different luxury spa suite. So as we go along through this whole area, I want you to take notes because I'm going to ask you to drop it in the chat. Which spa suite would you like to investigate further? If we start here in reach, I want you to think of this as the intention garden. This is where we plant the seeds of qualities that you want to reach for and cultivate over time, like creativity, love, gratitude, forgiveness, focus, inner peace. They're all positive. You cannot go wrong in this garden. There is no poison ivy here. It's all positive things. So our next one we're going to visit is frequency. I want you to consider this the wellness library. Imagine walking into a beautiful library lined with shelves. And instead of books, each shelf is filled with easy buttons, you know, those red buttons, and they're waiting to be selected and pushed. One entire shelf is dedicated to pain. So you have things like back pain, neck pain, knee pain, sciatica, elbow pain, bunions, arthritis, acute pain. There's so many more things. Another shelf focuses on skin, acne, hives, eczema, ulcers, herpes, rashes, all the sorts of other skin conditions. You turn the next corner in your library and you find a digestive section, such as gas and bloating, colon discomfort, stomach discomfort, and a lot of other things. You can keep exploring and you'll discover shelves for brain, sleep, hormones, circulation, immunity, viruses, respiratory, wellness, emotional well-being, and so much more. With more than 660 topics organized from A to Z, you simply find the shelf, push the button, and begin your wellness experience. So next on, again, I'm going to probably keep saying this because they're all kind of my favorite. Flowers. This, I'm going you to consider our botanical garden. You can send Bach or Australian bush flowers and make your own personalized wellness bouquets daily. You can send them to people or you can put them in water and pellets and all sorts of things. Next on the docket is our chakras. So imagine walking through this wellness sanctuary where each room has its own light. As each room becomes illuminated when you walk in, the entire sanctuary feels brighter, warmer, and more complete. All right, another one of my favorites is the homeopathy area. Let's consider this the homeopathic apothecary right here. It has homeopathics, cell salts, nosodes, and even by symptoms. So it's okay if you don't know a lot about it. You can simply come down and this will tell you all sorts of homeopathic remedies and cell salts that will be good for you. So this is like having your own aromatherapist, I'm sorry, your own homeopath and naturopath all in one. And it has this extensive apothecary of homeopathic, cell salts, nosodes, and you can personalize it to your own wellness journey. I got ahead of myself because the next one is our own aromatherapy lounge, the essential oils. So this is the one that's like having your own aromatherapist. This has a beautifully curated collection of 95 essential oils from all over the world, and they can match your mood, your intention, your emotion, and the needs of your body. Next in our spa experience is our minerals. Let's think of this as the mineral springs. We have electrolytes, microminerals, and regular minerals. In any spa, you recharge at the mineral springs. This is where the essential minerals provide the foundation building blocks that help your body and your mind perform their best. All right, and now we're going to dive into our sound lounge, the AO Tune. What is a luxury spa without a beautiful sound experience, right? This is where you can relax and explore 73 tuning forks. It's just pretty amazing. You can listen to these, and it's just like gentle waves of calm within you as you continue your wellness journey. We're not going to review all of them, but those are the big ones we're going to review today. That brings us to our custom playlist. So this is like your maestro. You can create your perfect wellness experience because you can mix and match your favorite spa suites. So you can do minerals, flowers, homeopathic remedies, tuning forks, and more. And you can put them into your personalized playlist and you can use them again and again. You can save them. You can share them with friends. You can imprint them into water, crystals, jewelry, or selfie dots. Why does this matter? Because no two people are alike, and neither are their wellness journeys. So you get to be the maestro. Sefi lets you design a wellness experience that's uniquely yours. Because if AO Scan is your wellness center, then Sefi is your own private luxury wellness spa. All right, we are going to dive into MindSync, and then we are going to hear from Connie. So, MindSync Studio. This is your personal mindset coach. What is it? MindSync lets you record personal affirmations in your own voice, and it creates daily binaural beats. This is of your own voice, so your brain really pays attention to it. It's centered around your thoughts, your beliefs, and your goals that matter most to you. So you can record affirmations like I'm calm, I'm safe, I'm confident, I'm becoming healthier every day. So why does MindSync matter? Every day, our brain replays these stories we tell ourselves over and over again. MindSync gives you the opportunity to choose those stories with intention. Imagine sitting with a world-class mindset coach who asks one simple question. What would you like to believe about yourself? Then together with this coach, you'll begin writing a new story because the most important voice you'll ever hear is your own. MindSync helps you make it your greatest source of encouragement. Connie, can you tell us a little story about MindSync, please?
I sure can. So I am an NLP master coach, mindset coach, and I invested $30,000 to learn how to impact I call it our itty bitty shitty committee that has those our stinking thinking thoughts up here. And when Lauren came out with this Mind Sync module, it is so amazing. So you don't have to go invest to either hire a mindset coach or to become a mindset coach, because this does it for you. So like Nadya said, the most powerful voice that we have is in our head is our own voice. So to be able to record our affirmations in our own words is just so powerful. 6 years ago, my 18-year-old son instantly went to heaven after a massive heart attack, and my identity was his mom. That was my whole identity. And I got very sick after he went to heaven, and this software literally saved my life. So I, like what Vanessa was saying about inner voice, using that every day made such a profound difference. And then when MindSync came out, it has accelerated altering who I know myself to be. And so we're only limited by, our thoughts and our beliefs. And when we can actually program those to be what we say we want, the shifts are incredible. So I went from being similar to Vanessa, like on all these different medications and being in pain all the time, to now, don't get me wrong, I miss my son every day. And I have a life I love. And I don't believe that would be possible without these tools. And MindSync is a crucial part of it. I will also say, Nadya was when she was talking about the Sefi spa areas, I think that if you're going to create a sound environment, it also makes a big difference if you also change the mind environment too. So if you have a Sefi playlist, I recommend having a MindSync recording to go along with it. And I'm telling you, you become unstoppable.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. We forgot something. We forgot our furry friends. Welcome to the Pet Wellness Spa. You see my little dog Carly here? No wellness center would be complete without caring for every member of its family, right? So what is it? PetScan is designed specifically for our animal companions, and it gives pet owners another way to check in on the overall wellness of the pets. And that includes cats, dogs, and horses. How it works is you simply create a profile for your pet and you press two buttons, the same two buttons, just as you would for yourself. You'll receive personalized wellness insights to help support the overall well-being. And look, she is all happy today. So how it works, you just create it, you press the buttons, and it does amazing things. Why does it even matter? Our pets, they greet us with unconditional love, and they comfort us when we needed them the most. And they really become cherished members of the family. So the one thing they can't do is tell us how they're feeling. Sometimes they show signs, but they can't talk, right? So the PET scan gives them a voice. It helps us better understand what they need and care for the companions who give so much, because every member of the family deserves to visit the Wellness Center. Finally, let's stop by EasyScan. I want you to think of EasyScan as your express check-in of our wellness spot. Not every visit to the Wellness Center has to be a long one. Some days you simply want a quick check-in before getting on with your day. What is it? It's Express Check-in, and it combines 3 of AO Scan's most popular wellness experiences. With one tap, it does Inner Voice, remember that's your emotional wellness coach, Vitals, your wellness concierge, and Comprehensive, that's your VIP wellness assessment. Together, they create a mini personalized wellness overview in just a few minutes. They also will give you your top 5 supplements that you can take, and you can even imprint them. And that is just truly amazing to have that information in minutes. Why does it matter? Because life is busy. EasyScan makes it easy to stay connected to your wellness, whether you're just getting started or looking for like a really quick daily check-in. It's the fastest way to reconnect with your wellness team. So as we come to the end of our tour, imagine having an entire wellness center available whenever you need it. not just one practitioner, but a complete team of specialists working together to support your journey. And that's AO Scan. It's a wellness center in the palm of your hand. So just to recap your wellness team, we have Inner Voice, your emotional wellness coach. How are you really doing? We have Vitals, your wellness concierge. How is your wellness today? How is it looking? And we dive deeper into Comprehensive, your VIP specialist. Let's look at the bigger picture and dive deeper. We have Body Systems. That's looking at the system as a whole, the integrative health specialist. How's everything working together? And then we have that luxury wellness spa down in Sefi. And we also have MindSync. And that is your personalized mindset coach. Who do you want to become? And then we have the PET scan, caring for every member of the family. And then we have Easy Scan. That's your express check-in. So that's your wellness team all in a couple of taps, not just one tap. So instead of visiting multiple practitioners, juggling different wellness tools, you have one platform that brings everything together to support everything else you're doing. You have one wellness center, one wellness team, one personalized experience, and you can do it every day. It's all in the palm of your hand. Individually, each specialist has a purpose, but together it becomes your wellness team. So what does this cost? What's your investment? What is it worth to have an entire wellness center available every day? For about $149 a month, or roughly $5 a day, AO Scan gives you access to personalized wellness tool, a complete wellness team, and countless ways to support yourself and those you love. The value, can you do with AO Scan? You can personalize your wellness instead of guessing. You can create personalized experiences, including those homeopathic remedies, cell salts, nozodes, flower essences, essential oils, minerals, affirmations, AO tunes, and more. You can send the frequencies out. You can put them in water. You can put them in jewelry, crystals, Sefi dots, and so many other things. You can support family remotely, including children and pets. You can strengthen your mindset with MindSync. And you can also build a wellness business just by sharing scans if you like. You don't have to. But I had no intention of building a business when I first started. Not one whatsoever. I was helping other people. I was seeing that people as a practitioner. And then I thought, well, what if I just shared it and 3 people bought it? Then I wouldn't have to pay the $149, because when you share it, you get $50 per month plus a little extra. And so that was kind of my first goal. And then before you knew it, it snowballed. And I would really love to hear from Tiffany, because she has an amazing story about her business. If you wouldn't mind coming on, Tiffany.
Yeah, hi everybody. Welcome. So I am Tiffany Rutledge, and my first encounter with the AO scanner was about 5 years ago. 5 years ago this month. And Nadya had reached out to me in a Lyme support group as I was trying to support my son. So I joined the AO scan and Solex as a mama bear trying to help my child. And for the next few months, I'm diving in, and I'm doing scans for other people, and first some family, then some friends. And a little background is I am a nurse. So I have been an RN for over 30 years. And I told Nadia one day, I said, I think I can make a business of this. And she says, well, of course you can make a business of this. And so I started using the scanner in July for my family. Dabbled around just doing some extra things after work and remote. And by February the following year, February 14th, I opened the doors to a holistic health shop in my hometown, where I work with people with oils and herbs and the scanner and all the other Solex technology like Rain and the mat and the wand. And it's been a great experience. And like Nadia in the beginning, I didn't worry about a business either. I was using the technology, but I really didn't like worry about signing people onto the program. Um, and then it clicked for me one day is what if Nadya wouldn't have shared this technology with me to have for my family? Where would my family be? So I decided to start sharing it in hopes that I could make a car payment. That was my goal. I wanted to make a car payment a month because I needed a new car and I hadn't had one for a decade. And so when you've not had a car payment for decades, it's hard having a car payment. And I'm like, if I could just make enough money to make a car payment, that would be awesome. And fast forward, I was making considerably more than a car payment. And I'm looking forward to beginning to grow again. I've had kind of a little rough year, but I'm ready to jump on and expand. And I have some growers in my team now, and it's very exciting. So that's my story.
Thank you, Tiffany.
You're welcome.
Tiffany forgot to mention that she's a registered nurse and worked in a hospital, and she jumped full in. I mean, just full in. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I was there. I was at the hospital for 25 years, and COVID happened, and it really changed things there. And my husband saw how excited I was with the scanner, and kind of knew what I wanted to do. And he said, "Go build something for yourself and stop building it for other people." And I took that as an invitation to jump, and I jumped, and never have looked back.
And we've had lots of fun.
We have had lots of fun. This is a great group. We, maybe I'm biased, but I know people on lots of other teams, but I do feel like I have a pretty special
We,
team. But this
we
whole
all
thing has
do.
been about all of Solex and the Solex leaders, and it's so amazing to watch how they
Yeah.
attack different things and how they do things. So that's wonderful kind of getting us all together.
Yeah, it's an amazing community.
It is.
And it's really exciting because for the month of July, there's a $49 business activation fee. And for the month of July, they've completely waived it. So even if you're not, if you don't want to do a business, if you sign up for that when you join, you get these passes that you can give to people, 6 passes, and it's a six-day pass. So that's pretty amazing because you can give
It
it to your
is.
friends and your family. And then one final thought, like before making any investment in anything, like what are you spending each month to feel your best? I saw someone mention like that it's less than a price of Starbucks. And quite frankly, Starbucks doesn't have the best coffee, right? So for a cup of coffee a day, you have this amazing wellness center. How much are you spending on supplements, massage, coaching, gym memberships? What if instead of adding another expense, you invested in the wellness center and that helps like guide you through the other decisions so you don't have to spend as much money on supplements and other things. So whether your goal is to improve your own wellness, support your family, or build a business, AO is designed to meet you where you are. Your wellness center is open. So the next time you open AO Scan, don't think of it as opening an app. Thinking of it as you're walking through the doors of your own wellness center because your whole wellness team is waiting. We'll see you inside. So if you made notes when I was going through Sefi, tell me what you wanted to investigate more when we were going through on the garden and the apothecary and the sound thing. I'd love to see it in the chat. And if anyone has any questions, we can stay on and answer some questions for you. You can raise your hand and then if you have questions. Affirmations, yeah. I have a hard time picking my favorite. No one else wanted to visit any of them? Okay, there we go. Tuning forks. So Sonia's asking, does it help reduce supplements or replace them? I would say yes to both. It won't replace medications. However, what I find is that when I press that optimize button, my vitamin D, my vitamin K, my vitamin C, it comes into green and I